Hey, welcome back to another video, guys. Now, I mentioned this before. Sony had they had to think of a good plan to fight against Microsoft's acquisition of Activision and Blizzard, right? And what did they do? They purchased, well, they haven't purchased yet, but they're going to purchase Bungie. And that's hilarious. And the reason why I say that, it's hilarious because Bungie, used to work with Microsoft. They're the one that created the Halo franchise. And Halo is what made Xbox a successful system. If it wasn't for Halo, I guarantee you Xbox wouldn't even be in the game right now. But thanks to Halo and thanks to Bungie creating Halo, Xbox is now one of the main contenders in the game wars, game console wars, whatever you want to call it, right? So, but that's hilarious because now I think the reason why Sony chose Bungie was the simple fact that they created Halo. And I feel like they're like in the boxing ring, right? And now this is Sony's, Sony's counterattack against Microsoft's acquisition of Activision and Blizzard. So I'm telling you, I said this in a video before. You can check on my channel that I said this is exactly what Sony should do. Now, there was rumors about Sony buying EA. I knew that was a bad idea because they need to stick to smaller purchases, but good purchases. Excuse me. Good purchases, right? Because that would definitely keep them up there with Microsoft. Because right now, the thing is that Microsoft and Sony, Microsoft has way more money than Sony as far as a company. And Microsoft could just blow money and buy all these studios and, they could take a loss, which they're doing right now. I think they already did take a loss, but they can afford to take a loss. They could take that kind of risk. Sony can't take that same type of risk. If they take a loss, it's a good chance that they'll be out the gaming system or the gaming world or the gaming competition or the gaming thing, the gaming wars. So I think that they're playing it smart, and I predicted this. I know this is the best idea for Sony to do. And not only that, their exclusives are also bringing or wanting PC players to try PlayStation, which I knew that was another good move. And they should keep doing that, putting exclusives on PC because I ain't gonna lie, they have the best exclusives when it comes to games, right? They do. They have I do like Halo. Don't get me wrong, I like Halo. Forza's okay. I don't get into the FIFA series, but FIFA's with EA. So if they bought EA, FIFA would, I don't know. I think they would still keep it multi-platform because right now what Sony is trying to do is they gotta make that bread, right? They gotta make that money. They have to, because if they don't, Microsoft has enough money to just win. They could pay to win. That's basically right. Microsoft can pay to win. They don't really have to try anything. They could just buy a bunch of studios, make a whole bunch of games that people will buy. And the thing is that happens because Game Pass is a good value for your dollar, they can create all these games and make so much money in a short amount of time that it will hurt Sony. It already has. Just by that announcement of them buying Activision/Blizzard, right? So Sony buying Bungie was a good counterattack to that. And I think even though it's only $3.6 billion compared to $69.9 billion whatever they spent, Microsoft did, it's still a good hit because Bungie is the one that really made Xbox a successful console throughout all these years since the 2000, right? So I think that's a great move by Sony, and I think they're headed in the right direction. And if they keep putting their exclusives on PC, it's gonna want PC players to come try PlayStation. And I guarantee you, I feel like even though PC is able to, really put, the more power into games, PlayStation still has those games that you just can't play anywhere else. They got Last of Us. Well, God of War is now on PC, but before that they had God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Forbidden West, which will probably be on PC too. I'm pretty sure because Horizon Zero Dawn's on PC. But yeah, it's just they see that PlayStation makes the good games. And honestly, I got at the PlayStation because of their exclusives. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for their exclusives, I think I wouldn't even care for PlayStation. But since they got such great games, they have way better exclusives than Microsoft. I think they really got to stick to that. They can't lose focus on that, even though they have to buy studios. Bungie was a very good, funny first, acquisition for them against against Microsoft's acquisition, right? But I feel like Sony has to stay focused with their exclusives and their creativity, because if they lose that, they're gonna lose this competition. So I'm rooting for Sony, because I feel like Sony is a good, PlayStation, right? Just PlayStation. Sony, of course, makes all kinds of different electronics, but strictly just PlayStation. I feel like PlayStation has been around and they have been successful, but it's like Microsoft is just a big company. You know what I mean? And I think in a way it's kind of unfair because, like, I don't know, like the business is more what's gonna really win. I pay to win. I feel like it's unfair. I feel like if you really want to compete, it's got to be your creativity that should win, not how much money you have. So, but I understand, we live in that type of system, and well, it is what it is. So I hope PlayStation can just give a good fight. And this is like watching a boxing match, and it's fun to see. And it is funny that Sony bought Bungie, because that's like a big middle finger to Microsoft, right? So I don't know. I guess time will tell. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. All right. If you enjoyed my video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell and select all notifications. That way you get notified every time I upload another video. I appreciate it. Enjoy your time. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I appreciate your time. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.